Alright, today we're making a video on planting onions. We buy 90% of our seeds from Johnny Selected Seeds. These are all the onions that we're planting today. We're also planting some leeks and celery. These are bandit leeks. Grew them last year. Purple onions are a small, round bunching onion. Those are Rosa di Milano. They're also a nice red onion. Yagos are a scallion. Parade's also a scallion. We have Sierra Blanca. That's going to be our white onion this year. Last year we grew Walla Walla and Expression. I didn't really like either of them too much. Barolo. That's another red onion. And there's the Celery Tango. Yeah. So we filled the tray up, leave just a little bit of space at the top with potting mix. Make our own potting mix. I'll show you that in just a minute. She just lightly sprinkles them on the top. Want to spread them as much as possible, but with onions, it really doesn't matter. The roots don't tangle. They grow together, but they don't tangle, and then we just separate them when it comes time to planting.
They come out really
easy. Yep. We use, for our onions, we use these trays. They're nice mesh bottom. So while they're in the house, in the starting area, they'll be in a solid tray. And the roots will come down through them, but once they go out to the greenhouse in the spring, we'll pull the solid tray off and it'll help air prune them a little bit. This year for potting mix, we're using ProMix BX, some organic product of Maine lobster compost, never used that before, and worm castings, and then half of it was our own compost. But our compost is frozen and I haven't been able to sift it. I didn't set any aside this year like normal. So now after she seeded it, she's going to take and just put a thin layer of more potting mix on the top. And then pack it down real good. And then after that, we'll come over here. And we'll cover it. For onions, celery, leeks, the stuff that's going to be a while before it goes in the ground, I like to cover it with vermiculite. With vermiculite. Vermiculite helps keep it from molding on top some. And it keeps the soil a more even moisture. Things that are going real fast in the ground, like later in the season when we get into starting lettuce and stuff like that, we won't use the vermiculite. All right, so then after we do that, we'll bring them over here. And these are just larger trays that we soak them. Takes about 30 minutes, 20-30 minutes. But you can see this one over here, it's nice and moist. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, pick that one up out. The vermiculite makes it nice to tell when they're wet. Take it out, put it into a solid tray, solid bottom. And then we'll come in here where it's not so cold. This is our rack system that we have. The bottom one has heat. Yeah, that one has heat mats and some Amazon grow lights. One of the most important things that of starting seeds in here is this probe. You have to keep them on the right shelves and the right plants. I have killed more seedlings than not by the probe not being shoved in and it getting hot and burning them to a crisp. So we have we only have heat mats turned on 2. I germinate most of my seeds at 77 degrees, 80 degrees max. Some people say more, some people say less. We just bought these racks on Amazon. They're, I think, 4 foot by 20. And they'll fit four trays to a rack. Those ones we already started just a few minutes ago. But by mid-spring, actually within about a month, these will be so full we won't have room for everything. But the onions can go out to the greenhouse once it warms up a little bit. Today it's 22 degrees out, and tonight it's going to get down to 2. So if we don't start onions by seed early, we pretty much don't get them. One of the important parts of onions is you have to grow onions that are regional to where you are compared to your latitude. All these are long day onions. I'm trying to look and see, one of the seed packets actually says long day onions. But long day onions, it's triggered to bulb on the longest day of the year. There's also short day onions and intermediate. I don't know where those grow, but we're in the Northeast. So from 42nd parallel up, you grow long day onions. And that's our video for the day. Thanks for watching. If you like it, hit the subscribe button. Thumbs up. Have a nice day.